Miss Roseann here. I'm here in my living room. As you know, I'm usually in my other room by the staircase when I'm giving you Sunday school lessons. But today is a special day. It's a special lesson because today is Good Friday. You could see I'm here, I have my piano and my comfy chair because I want to give you this lesson like you are here with me, sitting, listening to a story. So today is called Good Friday. And I was thinking about that, Good Friday. And I thought, I think it should be called Sad but Good Friday. Why is that? Well, can you think of some things that are good? Some things you really love? I'm thinking of toys, new toys at Christmas time is good. I'm thinking about ice cream cones. Those are good. I'm thinking about rides at an amusement park. Really good. But Jesus dying on the cross, good? Well, it was good because it was Jesus dying on the cross on Good Friday that rescued us. He loves us so much that he did this for you and for me. That amazing love, that's the good part. But it is sad that he did have to die so we might live. And that is what we're going to talk about today. In fact, I'm going to read you a story. But first, let me tell you that you can do the lesson worksheets from lesson 7 and 8, because I'm going to be talking about things in both of these worksheets. So if you do not have these worksheets, they will be on our website under resources. And there's also crafts to go along with those lessons. And now for our story. The Easter story. Written by Catherine Sully. It was a long, dark night. Jesus was in trouble. Some people said he was the king of the Jews. King Herod didn't like it. While Jesus prayed, Peter, James, and John sat under the trees keeping watch. But one by one, they fell asleep. Before sunrise, Jesus saw another disciple coming. It was Judas, with a crowd carrying torches and swords. Jesus woke the disciples. "Hello, Master," said Judas, and he kissed Jesus on the cheek. Now the priests knew which man was Jesus. Jesus was arrested. Peter swung his sword, but Jesus told him not to fight. Peter, James, and John ran away. Jesus was taken to the chief priests. Peter had followed and was listening from a safe distance, but someone spotted him. "You were there with Jesus," they said. "No, I wasn't," said Peter. "I don't know him." 3 times Peter said he didn't know Jesus, just as Jesus had said he would. "Cock-a-doodle-doo," Then the rooster crowed, and Peter cried because he hadn't stood up for Jesus. The priests took Jesus to Pilate, the Roman governor. "Are you the king of the Jews?" Pilate asked him. Jesus said nothing. Pilate asked the crowd, "What has he done? Has he hurt someone? He's hurt no one." But the crowd was angry. "Who shall I let go?" asked Pilate. "Barabbas, the murderer, or Jesus, king of the Jews?" "Let Barabbas go," they cried. Pilate was amazed, but he let Barabbas go. The crowd made fun of Jesus as he was taken to a hill called Calvary. They put a crown of thorns on his head, and Jesus was nailed to a wooden cross between two thieves. "If you are the Son of God," said the mean thief, "why don't you save yourself?" "What has he done? He's hurt no one," said the other, kinder thief. This is what happened today on Good Friday. At midday, the sky went dark, and the darkness lasted for 3 hours. "God forgive them," Jesus cried. "They don't know what they are doing." At the same moment, the earth rumbled, and Jesus died. A Roman soldier was standing guard. "He was really the Son of God," he said. That evening, a man called Joseph took Jesus' body to a stone tomb. He washed Jesus and dressed him in clean clothes. Then he rolled a heavy stone over the opening of the tomb. Soldiers came to guard the tomb. And all this time, Jesus' friends, Mary Magdalene and Mary from Galilee, were watching. Two days later, Mary Magdalene and Mary from Galilee came back to the tomb. The soldiers were gone, and the stone was rolled back, and the tomb was empty. A shining angel said, "Don't be afraid. Jesus is alive." They ran quickly to tell the disciples, but on the way they met Jesus. "Don't be afraid," said Jesus. "I will meet the disciples in Galilee." The disciples went to Galilee and waited. While they were talking, Jesus suddenly appeared, and they were frightened. "Why are you afraid?" asked Jesus. "It is me." He showed them the marks on his hands and his feet from the cross. "Go and tell the world what God has taught us. If we do bad things, we should be sorry. If other people do bad things, we should forgive them." Jesus led his disciples to a place near Bethany. He lifted up his hands and blessed them, and Jesus left them and was taken up into heaven. The disciples went out into the world, and they spread God's message just as Jesus had told them. The end. You see, even though it is a sad Good Friday, it is good because 2 days later, Jesus rose from the grave. He's alive, and he forgave us our sins by dying on that Good Friday long time ago. I hope you enjoyed the story, and I will see you on Easter Sunday.